If you could go back to your 16-year-old self and give him one piece of advice, what would that be?
Jump now. No. I'd probably say to my 16-year-old self, you can either follow the path that you're already on, and you will find that there is a lot of heartache, a lot of upset, and a lot of pain. Or you can take your mother's advice and you can work really, really hard, get yourself a mortgage, get yourself a house, work really, really hard to pay your mortgage, get yourself a wife, have children, work really, really hard to keep your house and your mortgage and your wife and your children, keep them in clothes, keep them fed, work really, really hard for all of the time that there is, and never, ever give yourself time to think. Because if you never have time to think, chances are you'll be happy.
If you could go back to your 16-year-old self.
Yo, some people think that stuff like that is real talk, you know? But I notice that people like this, like as a coach, when you're talking to people, you're kind of constantly hearing the key words that they're using, and when they're describing themselves, their life, their family, everything. And this guy, you notice that, and I know this is kind of a saying as well that he's like taking from, but you notice he keeps focusing on things that are really, really hard. You're going to have to work really, really hard to do this, and really, really hard to do that, and really, really hard. And it's like, that as a coach, that shows me that you're linking everything that has to do with working as really, really hard. Everything that has to do with life as really, really hard. And the reason that he's being asked this question is because he's homeless. And he looks homeless, and he is homeless. Like, obviously, this dude is homeless. Bro, I just had like Christmas pizza with my wife's family. I got to cover up. I'm busting out of my shirt right now, man. But he thinks everything's really, really hard. And it's not. See what he's missing when it comes to like, you're going to get a house. You're going to you're going to work really, really hard and get a house. He doesn't see that as an achievement. Like, you see how mindsets work? He doesn't see that as an achievement at all. He sees that as like something where it's like, now I have this mortgage. It's a blessing. You're homeless, bro. It's a blessing to work really, really hard. Oh, and then you're going to work really, really hard and you're going to have a wife. You mean you're going to find the love of your life? That's incredible. You mean you're going to get to have kids with the love of your life in a house and live there together? Oh. You mean you're going to have the opportunity to be a provider and a leader for a family and keep them clothed and fed and treat them and give them values to live by and show them what a real man is? You mean you're going to have birthdays and laughter and all these incredible things? You mean you're going to get to see your daughter go on her first date and your son go on his first date, first home run, first touchdown? You mean you're going to get to have all that? Well, that's just really, really hard. Or is it really, really beautiful? You see, this guy's mindset took him down the path of where he is right now. That's why he's homeless. Because instead of seeing all the beauty that there is in walking a path that's filled with hard work and achievement and love and all these things, he just saw all of that as really, really hard. And I don't want to do the really, really hard things. So I'd rather opt out of the really, really hard things, and I'd rather just do what's easy. And it's funny because when we go down the easy path, we end up hitting some really hard times. It's funny how that happens. When we work really, really hard, like even the hardest workers, we see a lot of easy times. things get real easy. I'm in a house in a studio with my wife downstairs making food for me for tomorrow. Things get really, really easy when you work really hard. You know, she works really hard. She has a husband who's going to come downstairs and hug her and tell her how much he appreciates her. And we're going to dance in the kitchen. I'm going to play some music and I'm going to grab her and we're going to slow dance in the kitchen. And I'm going to kiss her all over her face. It's funny, man. You work really, really hard and you get some really easy, beautiful, nice times. But when you decide to take the easy way out over and over and over and over again, you hit some really hard times, man. Some really hard times. I'm leaving this video playing. I always mess that up. I'm leaving this video playing. I can't even point at it. So you can see. Wise guy, articulate guy. Probably could have done some amazing things. Probably, maybe even did a couple of amazing things. You know, my father was a business owner before he became an alcoholic and lost everything. The more you opt out to take the easy, comfortable routes, the harder things get for you. Things get really fucking hard if you're just going to sit back and try and make everything as easy as possible. They get so hard, in fact, that you end up homeless. And it's not like that for everybody. Sometimes you just opt out to the easiest path constantly and you end up with somebody that you don't really like, and you end up with kids that you felt like you were forced into having, and you end up in a house that you don't really care for, and a job that just doesn't satisfy you at all, and friends who are all fair weather. It doesn't always happen where you're homeless, but then it just ends up being a shit life. Definitely work hard. People always are like, you should work smart, man. I love what Gary Vee said. Somebody was like, is it work smart or is it work hard? And Gary Vee was like, it's both, dick. It's both. Work harder. You see it? Hope so. Work harder, man. Work harder. Because as you work harder and as you give yourself to a craft and a profession and a field of work, and you get better in that field of work, and you keep accessing more of yourself, and you keep calling on more of yourself, and you keep working hard, you keep grinding, you keep within reason, giving yourself rest, giving yourself love, giving yourself compassion, giving yourself free time. Along with all that, and you're working really hard, man, you're going to see some great times in life. You're going to end up surrounded by some great people. You're going to meet a great woman. You're going to have some great kids. If you want kids. Maybe you'll have a great cat. A great dog, Just sucks. Just sucks to hear somebody. Just sucks to hear somebody think of all of that stuff as really, really hard rather than like a privilege. Because that's what it is. It doesn't feel like it when you're working hard. When I was working in a grocery store, working night shift, crying in the aisles because I was like, I can't believe this is what my life is. And I would just show up day in, day out, and I upgraded my skills until I got a better job and upgraded again and just kept doing that. It sucked the whole time, but there were such beautiful times within that. And now I'm at this point where I have so many skills and I feel fucking great. There is greatness on the other side of hard work. So whatever that hard work is for you, plow through that shit. Uppercut that shit. Barrel through that shit. Tunnel through that shit. Rip through that shit. Whatever the fuck it is. Don't avoid it. You end up like our man over here. Again, I have sacrificed everything to be a coach. I have sacrificed everything. I sacrifice a good paying job with really good people so I can pursue coaching full time. I do this. There's a link at the bottom of this screen in the description that links you to my Calendly. If you don't want to go that far as to book a call, email me so we can talk about what it is that I do and what I can do for you and what your problem seems to be. Even if you need to just talk to somebody about something, we can talk it out. This is what I do. I am a high performance coach, and I am willing myself and working now to be the best in my field. I guarantee you that I can help you through whatever it is that you're going through. I can talk to you. I can work things out with you, and I can put you on a path to greatness, to whatever greatness is for you. So please do not hesitate to reach out to me, whether it's via Instagram, whether it's via the email, whether it's via the Calendly link. Reach out. I'm Coach Colin. I am here to help. I am here to serve. This is what I do. This is what I do. I'm pursuing my dream. If you have a dream and you're being held back by something and you're not pursuing that dream, I am the exact person who can help you start to pursue that. If you have depression, if you have addiction, if you have problems with eating, I have had all of these things. I am the exact person to help you. If you have relationship problems, I am the exact person to help you. So do not hesitate. Reach out via that link. I will change your fucking life. I'm not fucking around. I'm out. Peace.